Fox 5 on top of a developing story. The largest school district in the county is finalizing their plan for a cell phone ban. State leaders approved the move last year, but with no actual guidelines for San Diego Unified.
Tonight, we are learning more about when students may have access to their phones and how parents can weigh in. Our Sierra Encinas has the story.
The way students use their cell phones at San Diego Unified Schools is going to change next school year as a result of the Phone-Free School Act. The state law requires California schools to limit cell phone usage by July of 2026.
It's something that we all carry, so it is a tool. So how do we then become purposeful about using the tool as a tool and not as I'm going to call it a cell phone addiction?
Dr. Fabiola Bagula is the interim superintendent at San Diego Unified. She says when the law passed, she went straight to the students.
If this is a rule that's going to be for them, then I would like them to have a hand in designing it and what it might mean. And one of the things that they said was, if you engage us, we're actually not on our phone. And they said, ma'am, we haven't reached for our phones as you're talking to us now.
She says students went through all the policies already in place at San Diego Unified Schools and helped create the uniform policy on the table now, based on grade level. Middle schoolers wouldn't be able to use their cell phones during school hours and will have to put them in designated areas. High schoolers will only be able to use phones before or after school, during lunch, or during passing periods. They will only be able to use them in class if they have written permission from the school's principal. Every classroom will have a designated phone storage system for students to store their phones during class. Proposed consequences could mean that their teacher can take the student's phone until the end of class or until their parent picks it up.
Getting your cell phone taken away is a consequence, but it shouldn't be so drastic that you end up losing privileges or anything like that. So we're still in the process of communicating and designing what a consequence, an adequate consequence would be.
Dr. Bagula says students also suggested to include 4th and 5th graders to prepare them for the rules they'll eventually have to follow.
The third one, which was my favorite one, they said, after we reach it and we land on the policy, can we send a letter home to parents with a couple of articles about how cell phones impact our brain, impact our development, and actually contribute to bullying in social media, and then have some questions so they can actually have family conversations during dinner.
Dr. Bagula plans to follow through with those suggestions, but before she can do that, she's waiting to hear from parents via an online survey about the rules on the table. Parents will have until Friday to respond to the district's surveys. At San Diego Unified, I'm Sierra Encinas.